You are listening to another AlwaysMoto production. The AlwaysMoto podcast with your host, David Hogan. We talk moto events from around the world. All the injuries, all the training ins and outs, the bikes, parts and gear inspections. The results, we interview your favourite riders. It's the AlwaysMoto podcast. We occasionally have some coarse language and the odd stuff up along the way. If you don't like it or you don't agree with us, turn it off right now.
I'd like to remind you that he is not a doctor.
That's right, Moto fans, I'm not a doctor, but I am a physiotherapist, and this is episode 87 of the AlwaysMoto podcast, brought to you by Moto Australia. As always, I'm your host, David Hogan. This is the AlwaysMoto podcast. We are not in the depths of the clinic throwing strapping tape anywhere it will stick today. Today, we are in the pits at Marvel Stadium, getting post-race interviews from riders you want to hear from, and occasionally some you might not want to hear from, but they were standing still long enough that I shoved the microphone in their face and, we made them talk. So anyway, hey Moto fans, this episode is brought to you by Moto Australia, the ultimate gear protection solution for riders seeking top-notch safety and style. From head to toe, Moto has you covered with innovative helmets, goggles, body armor, and more. Moto has cutting-edge technology that pushes boundaries in rider safety. Don't compromise on your safety and comfort. Choose Leatt to stay safe and embrace the thrill. Head over to leatt.com.au and gear up for your next ride. Competitive Edge Performance, they are on board with AlwaysMoto podcast here. They are your look. They are, if you are looking to take your performance to the next level, Competitive Edge Performance is the go-to provider of strength and conditioning programs, sports nutrition, and on-bike coaching schools for athletes of all levels. Whether you're just starting out or a seasoned pro, they've got you covered. They offer in-person sessions and top-notch online programs accessible anywhere, anytime through their awesome training app. Competitive Edge Performance believes everyone deserves access to the best training, and they have over 10 years experience, so their coaches know what it takes to succeed. Join Competitive Edge Performance today. AlwaysMoto podcast listeners get 50% off your first month on their training app using the code COMPEDGECOACH. That's COMPEDGECOACH, all in capital letters. Now, don't forget Slant Board Guy and endurance recovery boots for your training needs. If you want to get better legs, you need that Slant Board. If you want to get you recovered to be able to train harder the next time, you need endurance recovery boots. And don't forget, both of those companies have the code AlwaysMoto in lowercase to save at checkout. Tech 167 3D printing. Do you need something cool for your bike? A bit of a funnel that will just screw straight in. We've been using that funnel regularly here on the AlwaysMoto podcast on our bikes here. We've got the Gas 350 and the Sherco 300. It's easy on the Gas, it just screws straight in. Unfortunately, with the Sherco, the pipe's in the way. It doesn't work. They don't have one for those bikes, but the Gas and other models around that have that accessibility fits in perfectly. No spillage. I have to use this crappy old funnel on the Sherco, and it annoys the crap out of me because there's always a little bit of spillage. Anyway, the Tech 167 products are awesome. As always, we've got our merch as well. We've got our T-shirts available. We need to try and get some more of these sold so we can get to some more races here in 2024. The shirts are $25 plus postage and handling. Show your show support and rock one at your next race. Now, if you don't need to wear a T-shirt, and I've been saying this a bit lately on the podcast, maybe you're a bit too sexy for your shirt. If that's the case, you can make a donation instead of buying a shirt. So to make your shirt purchase, you can email us at info@alwaysmoto.com. But if you just want to donate to the show, maybe you can use our PayPal account. And you can all our purchases are via PayPal, but you can send a donation direct to the PayPal account. So get in there and do that as well. Now, some special sponsor announcements at this time of year. Black Friday sales are going on. It's time. Polar Australia has a massive Black Week sale going on. It's actually going on for about 2 weeks or so. It's on currently. It's running through to the December 3rd. You can get a massive deal on at the moment. They have got some ridiculous deals on their products across almost all of the range. I think the only one that's not on sale is their brand new V3, their Vantage 3 watch that's just come out recently, and that's understandable. It's brand new. But everything else is ridiculous. I was looking at a couple for a friend the other night, and one of their models was like 50% off. It was down from 400 and something down to 200 and something. So it is a fantastic time to get a deal on one of these new products. If you need to update, you want to get a new version, maybe you just need another chest strap. They are on sale as well. So check out Polar Australia. Now, to find all of these supporters and how to get any of these things from any of these places, check out the show notes or our social on the bio in our social channels. You'll find the links to get to those pages and make a purchase and save some money using the codes. Thanks to AlwaysMoto Podcast. All right, enough of the intro talk. Let's get into these post-race interviews from Marvel Stadium for Australian Supercross, the final round, round 3 here in Melbourne.
All right, let's do it. All right, we're here in World Supercross for Melbourne, but we're doing the AusSupercross tonight. Final round, round 3. We've got Dylan Wills from SX1 class, 5th tonight in the 20-lap main event. Pretty good night for you.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, it was it was good. It was a lot of fun. We just played the cards we were dealt and tried to be smart. I knew coming in here that I didn't have 20 laps under me. I just didn't. I tried to start banging the 20s out after Newcastle and trying to get into a bit of a flow, and then I just got really sick. And I think I did maybe like 2 solid days on the bike after Newcastle, and then that was it. So I knew coming in that it was tough, but I really just wanted to get through it. Because tomorrow night's World Supercross, that 8-8-12 format, I think will suit me more. I know I've got 8 laps in me, and I feel like I'm riding really good. It's just I literally just buttoned off then. I didn't let myself get tired in that main event. I just rode within my limits and just tried to really be smart. I just didn't want to get fatigued and do something stupid, so I rode at a level where I knew I wasn't going to get to that point.
I feel like I was going to actually ask you that because you were sort of third at the beginning there, and I wondered if you knew, because of that illness we spoke about before the race and stuff, that whether you would sort of pace yourself and then sort of drop into that middle section, and you sort of did. So maybe, like you said, that tomorrow night's format being shorter, you've got it if you just keep pushing on.
Yeah, for sure. The plan for me in that main was to come out of the gates and do 5 hard laps and then try and button off. This sounds ridiculous, but try and button off for 10 and then finish with 5 solid. That was my plan. And at the end of the moto, I didn't actually have to put those 5 hard laps in. So I just brought it home. But like you said, I think tomorrow night's format is going to be a lot more, in my wheelhouse. I can still ride fast, and I think I've got 8 in me. The 12's going to be tough for sure, but if we get out and get a good qualifying, my starts were really good tonight. I was leading them through the first turn in both the heat and the main, so it was good. It was a really good start to the moto. I was stoked to be running there and keeping Brayden honest, but just one little mistake in that rhythm before the Supercross triple, and Dean and Josh got me. So that was all she wrote. That was enough for me to get a bit pumped up, and then I just had to be smart.
Yeah, but those guys you kind of expected to be coming through at some point. So even if you can sit in behind them, it's still a good night for yourself and to build back into this. But yeah, look, tomorrow night, I think if you can get some of those starts, bring them from tonight to tomorrow night, that'll do you a world of good.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. I really want to get in there tomorrow and give it my best. And, you don't get these opportunities often. And I didn't think I would ever get this opportunity again after I, sat out motocross. And always, the intention was always to race Supercross, but there was definitely doubt of it actually coming together. And we're here now, and one thing's led to another, and we're racing World Supercross tomorrow. So going to get out there and give it a crack and bang bars.
So question for you, the wild card, how did it come about? Was it results based from Newcastle? Was it the presence in the pits for you? Was it a combination? Did you ring them? Did they ring you? What happened here?
It was definitely a combination of both. I think Newcastle looked good on paper for sure, and then the presence in the pits was obviously really cool, and they wanted us to be a part of that up on the concourse. But I called Adam on the Monday and I said, man,
I'm up for it.
Yeah, I'm up for it. Get me out there. Realistically, who in the field, kind of, not to sound like a dick, but who deserves it more than me, you know what I mean? I know I didn't race the first one, but I had a good showing, and, just give me the shot. I nearly had a shot last year that didn't come together, and, I thought maybe that would never come back, so let's do it.
Awesome. Well, look, man, good. Well done tonight, 5th place. Hopefully tomorrow's a solid night, and you can make that wild card worthwhile.
Yeah, that's it, man. I got to say a massive shout out to everyone behind me. It's just a really fun program we got going on, and thank you to you too, man, for supporting the sport and trying to lift everyone. Appreciate it.
Just doing my part. All right, we'll see you tomorrow night.
Thanks, bud.
All right, round 3, Supercross, Australian Supercross. We are in Melbourne for night 1, the Australian rounds. with Jayce Cosford. Not the night you wanted for, mate. On the ground in the main there, just a bit of a rough go.
Yeah, definitely not the night I was looking for. Ended up on the ground a lot more than I would have liked in the racing. Ripped an awesome start in the heat race, and then someone just like, I just outbroke them, and they fell on me basically, and we both went down. And yeah, bad start in the main, and then just chaos really. Wasn't able to ride my best, and just stuck behind the pack, and yeah, a couple crashes. So I'm not actually sure where I ended up. It wasn't the night I was looking for anyway. I haven't really had time to reflect. Yeah, we're just on the way out. So
yeah, no, we caught you as you were heading out, so I appreciate you still doing this. But look, what's obviously right tonight off, maybe it was not how it was. How was the season overall for you in the Supercross?
yeah, it started really well in Adelaide, the top 5, and that's where I wanted to be. That's the expectations. But yeah, just falling short these last 2 rounds, and it's a really short series. So overall, I'm really disappointed, and it is what it is. It's only a 3-round series, so coming up short of expectations sucks. But yeah, we'll keep pushing forward and see what we can do in the future.
Is there one thing you feel like you need to work on for next year in terms of the Supercross side of things to make these results different, or is it just bad situations, wrong timing, wrong place on the track sort of thing?
Yeah, I feel like it was just honestly bad luck tonight, but you always put yourself in those positions. So if you just qualify better, get better starts, and stay up front, you get yourself out of them positions. So that's all we can really go for, is just to keep improving, and then try and stay out of the chaos as much as possible. So yeah, that's what we'll go look forward to in the next season, and try and get that consistency up, get that bit better, and yeah, we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, well look, go home tonight, relax, forget about it, come back and watch some racing tomorrow night in the world side of things and enjoy it, and then start planning for 24.
Sounds good. Thank you, mate.
No, I appreciate your time, mate. Thank you. Ready? All right, we got the winner from SX1 tonight, Luke Clout. Mate, off the start, I thought it wasn't going to work out, but then somehow that first turn, everybody just pushed out wide, and you were in the inside and out in the lead.
Yeah, I got a decent start, but just wheel spun a little bit. I was doing that all day for some weird reason, but I kind of learnt from the heat race that, everyone ran wide. So I just hit the brakes early, hoped, and yeah, it worked. Everyone just went wide, and I just went up the inside and led 20 laps, start to finish.
Is 20 laps long when you're in front the whole time?
100%. It's so much longer than when you're in the front, just kind of, pulling away as well. Like doing your own thing, it just feels like it's forever. Like I looked at the, the big board halfway through, and it said I had 11 laps to go, and it felt like I was out there for like 15 laps.
Did you know at about that time that Dean had got in the second, and could you see him at that point?
Yeah. I was 100% managing the race, 100%. I knew I had that 7-second lead, and I could see Dean when I was coming right before the finish. He was, coming up to the triple.
Yep.
So that was just, I could just see it every lap, and I knew I got messed up with Lapis one lap. He caught up, and then the next lap, it happened to him. So I kind of just, it was a yo-yo, but yeah, I just rode my own race.
So how does this feel for them tomorrow night? Is this a good confidence boost?
100%. 100%. We're in Melbourne. I wanted to get, the goal was 2 podiums, but I won tonight, and why don't we keep it going?
Why don't we win again tomorrow?
That's the plan.
Well, look, go and get some rest. Thanks for making some time, and well done on the win tonight, mate.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.
All right, night 1 here in Melbourne, Australian Supercross. We've got the SX2 winner and championship winner, Max Anstie. Can't do much better in this Australian Supercross, mate.
No, it was a great time, man. I had a lot of fun. The championship, it was perfect for my main events. But man, these boys are fast. I've got to stay on my toes and execute. And I was pleased with my performance. But focus on tomorrow night now. Let's go and see what we can do in this World Championship.
You sort of rode in the way that I felt you would, in terms of you built through the event and then won by a bit at the end. Yeah. But I feel like you were testing out what was for tomorrow night, because I think tomorrow night's the important one for you.
100%. Of course, for Honda Australia, for Boost, for Yuri, for my team, Australia is amazing, and man, this championship is fantastic. But it's weird because mentally I'm like, right, I've got to go again tomorrow, so I'm trying to not be, too
overexcited by it.
Exactly. Yeah. So no, focus on what I've got to do for tomorrow, and sticking to the plan. So we'll be good.
You got a decent points lead for tomorrow, but anything can happen. It's racing. Any plans as such for how you approach it, or are you just going out there to win?
I'm just going out there to win at the moment. And that's that is the plan. Just go and get the first 2 motors out of the way, and then happy days for the last one. But that's all I can do. Focus on what I need to do and get it done.
Anything tonight other than bed, or just prep ways tomorrow?
Let's just go and get some food and get to bed. That's it.
That's it. All right. Well, look. Thank you for the interview. Good luck tomorrow. Hopefully, we get 2 championships in one weekend.
All right. Thank you very much. Cheers, guys.
Thank you. All right. Australian Supercross round 3 in Melbourne. We're here with Brad West to come out, see you at track. It's nice to be back on track, I gather.
Yeah, it's been a while since I raced and even anything racing in Australia, so it's been good. It was a bit of a rushed little trip, so it ended up pretty good though. Got definitely a lot of experience. First 450 Supercross race, it was definitely a little bit of an eye opener.
It always is, isn't it? It's the bigger bike. It's a bigger class, more high level guys, and then you feel like you got to find your spot to fit in.
Yeah, well, I like I said, I got a whole shot in the heat, and I was starstruck. I didn't know what to do. I lost all sense of my rhythms. I was like, I don't know where I'm going.
What's that next jump? Is it the quad? Is it a on-off? What am I doing?
No, but the heat was good. I got off to a good start, obviously. Obviously, them guys were a bit faster than me, but tried to keep my own and then ended up around 4th in the heat.
Yeah, so 8th or 9th, I think we were trying to work that out as your main for the night. Not bad considering you haven't been on a racetrack in quite some time.
Yeah, even this event, I can't remember the last time I've been healthy. I'm not quite 100% even right now. Probably 3 weeks ago, I was planning to do the second round, but I injured my foot, the plate in my foot that I previously had. I just extended my foot weird and planted it weird and extended some muscles a bit too weird. And I was off the bike for probably 2 weeks, so I've had maybe 4 or 5 days on the bike, so it was a bit rushed. We planned this race when I was injured. I had a couple days, I'm like, will I ride, will I not? And then we just kind of went for it.
So just wanted to get out here, I gather, because that's not a great prep coming in.
No, obviously not. I didn't even do any motos previous. I was just getting track time, making sure my foot was good. I wore a brand new pair of A-Stars fresh boots, so I made sure my foot was nice and stiff. But no, honestly, it was good. It's tough training out in Dingo by yourself. Obviously, good tracks and everything was starting to heat up. I eventually started getting up, and I was riding at 6 in the morning on Supercross. So we trained hard, even though we were off the bike a little bit. Only had a couple of days, but we went for it.
Yeah, nice. So talk a little bit about when all these health issues you've had recently. It's been a while since you've been actually healthy at a track.
Yeah, I think my last injury, obviously, well, not injury, just illness, my health. I can't really go into depth on it fully, but I just didn't have stamina and the energy, and I just get tired, basically like Epstein-Barr. And then previous to that, I had a bike malfunction and I broke my foot in 4 places, had it plated up, foot elevated for ages. And then previous to that, even more health issues, had myocarditis, a whole bunch of things. So I've definitely figured out a lot of my body over the last probably 2 or 3 years.
For a young guy, well, that's a lot to get put through at the very beginning of what's hopefully a long moto career.
Yeah, it's definitely put a toll on me, but honestly, it's made me a better person. If I didn't know about these things, obviously I couldn't race at my best. So we're just trying to chip away and get back to the 100%.
Hopefully that's closer than it is further away from now. So ideally you've got a lot of these things under control now.
Yeah, it's trying to see the light at the end of the tunnel. So we're getting there as he rides off on the bike.
Yeah, good timing with the bike start there. But anyway, it's an audio and video interview. Hopefully they pick that up. We can still hear you. But anyway, plans for moving forward? Are we just back into training and stuff?
Yeah, I think back into either way. I'll still be on Supercross. Obviously, my mum wants me home for Christmas, so don't go over to the States just yet. So spend some quality family time with everyone. Get some friends up, maybe train some Supercross, do a little boot camp. We're always training hard. We're always going for something, some goal, some event. Just head down, bum up.
We'll see where you are in a couple of weeks then, and yeah, maybe hear some announcements about what you're doing.
Yeah, there should be some soon, hopefully. Try and get it figured out in the next month or so. But yeah, I'm pumped to just be back racing.
Yeah, it's nice to see you out there. So yeah, well done. Thanks for some time, and good luck with whatever's next.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it.